Open it. It was probably sealed in... Yes.
Are you serious? Just a mere door, and your first instinct is to call on the gods? Before you try unlocking the door, perhaps you should first find a way to clear the fog that clouds your vision. My name is Anaxagoras, one of the 7 sages of the Grove of Epiphany, and the founder of the Newsporists. Before we go any further, rule number 1, do not call me Anaxa. Rule number 2, never... The person standing here and conversing with you right now isn't the vestiges of through the wonders of alchemy, I have shattered my soul and transmuted it into gold before burying it in this spot. I have recorded these words so that visitors may learn where their next destination. Nothing is That's because my precise calculations account for every possible... But that is where you... Only a small fraction of the scholars stayed behind with me to defend the grove. If all goes well, Circe's core flame will reach Akama before long. But since you have accessed this message, something unforeseen must have occurred. For now, you should continue onward to the luminary. And now, the objective is complete.
Miss, judging from your reaction, you must have found a useful memory. Professor Anaxa? That's a lot to digest at once. I'm sorry. You don't have to take that too. Professor Anaxa theorized it is an extremely complicated theory. You should get him to explain it himself if your provided that he is still alive. Yes, that seems like the only good news so far. We can just focus on retrieving the core flame then. I do not wish to consider this possibility. Perhaps they were just unable to transfer the core flame but managed to escape. It is located at the top of the giant tree and is where Circe's core flame is kept. According to Anaxa, the core flame should still be making our way there. Won't be as simple as the professor made it sound.
All right.
Right. Let's see whether he left any similar directions for us along the way. Alchemy is truly incredible. No, you didn't imagine it. I heard it as well. I'm afraid that someone's probably nearby. As we are unable to ascertain whether they are friend or foe, we better remain cautious. Found it. The voice is coming from over there. No, it seems to be coming from somewhere even further. Let's go check it out.
Regardless of what you do, a stone won't be...
Mem!
Such a lively little bunny. You even... What a smooth talk.
Who are you? Keep your distance and
The scent of Thanatos. I recognize you. Idonia's renowned goddess of death.
Since you are aware, stop provoking the authority of death.
Baring your fangs at me. Just call me Calypso. I greet you on behalf of the...
Be careful. The weft could not detect her presence. Let me test her.
Do you mind if I join your...
That would be rather inappropriate for some... However, I'm going to ask you...
A pop quiz?
What was the topic for the grand finals of the
Is a flying arrow in motion?
Who was your representative?
Medea. She went up against Phynon of the New Sporus.
Who won?
Nobody won because the 752nd Great Debate never took... What I just mentioned happened during the previous debate. Phynon emerged victorious and obtained his 10th consecutive debate wreath. Also, to alleviate your worries, I shall provide you with a piece of information that's small. Anaxa the New Sporist is still alive. I saved him, and he is now recuperating at the Luminary Throne. As the saying goes.
I'll keep my eyes...
Oh, that's true. As long as we can get... So, the solution is... Why did you suddenly freeze? Do you have another way to make them?
Can you...
Indeed, you can all...
Is that the Chamber of Purifying Tears?
You have a good memory.
Why exactly did you bring it?
My intention. See that shallow pond? All the two of you have to do is to cross the deep well and retrieve.
Ma'am.
Indeed.
We can retrieve it.
Oh, my. Besides, you're overthinking. Although it would be absurd to say that I'm simply. Now is not the time. As a student,
I cannot deny that, Miss. Since our interest, if you unfortunately turn out to be her.
Ma'am?
There are ichor vessels stored here.
how smart.
Looks good. Let's hope that this is not a trap set by her. So this is the golden...
Understood.
Is this...
There's a secret passageway behind the pond. It's faster if we take that path.
How do you know this place so well?
Well, I'm one of the 7 sages after all.
Noise.
We're here. Now, that being the oath.
Right. Got it. O Nestia, with the weft as my vow, I beseech you, entwine my body with your golden thread and affection.
Ma'am. Ma'am.
So,
That is...
therefore,
yes.
great. Then,
However, furthermore,
I'll allow each of you.
Well, in that case, miss...
As I've previously mentioned, well.
My question is, was your previous...
There's no point in.
That applies to you, Lady Calypso. If you want us to work together, with all due respect,
Is that so?
then please lead the... I'll just consider that a compliment.
Indeed. All right, go ride the water wheel. I'll wait for you up there.
Ma'am.
Speaking of which, don't you also have a red-haired companion?
Ma'am.
Not too much. It's just that I seem to hear the sound of a bee buzzing around.
Lady, your metaphors are not worthy of praise at all.
Little Gray, Little Cass.
Lady Trianne, are you all right?
No, Trianne flew high up into the air so the... He's near the treetop. But since Trianne was alone and afraid that it might be dangerous, we did not fly there to take a look.
Anaxa is indeed still...
Huh? Cool. Oh, so you found a survivor! But the
Coming and going without a trace.
Oh, actually,
This is...
yup. Trianne found it on a branch not long ago. Trianne even used the golden thread to search around and found that the entire grove is giving off a similar Trianne doesn't think so. Because when Trianne picked it up, we didn't see anything at all. And judging by the golden thread, the aura seems...
Lady Trianne, where is the aura gathered at right now?
It seems to...
The Dome of Devotion. Calypso, just what are you hiding?
Spring forth.
The golden thread is vibrating more and more violently.
Everyone, let's be even more cautious. There's no one... Hold on. The butterfly of divine mind is gone? That can't be. Was it for fending off the black tide?
What exactly is this butterfly of the divine mind? Is it a very powerful guardian monster?
No. How should I put it? It's considered a safeguard for the Titan's core flame. This butterfly is created from Nestia's remaining divine mind and bears the responsibility of guarding the legend has it that someone can only pass the trial of the butterfly by proving they possess pure and unselfish love within their heart. Only then can they awaken the great tree to open up the path to meet Circes.
But how are we going to prove it?
Sorry, but even I don't know how. Rather than worry about this, Lady Trianne, did the golden thread...
No. That unknown thing seems to be even farther.
Perhaps we can try again. Let's see if the butterfly will still... If it's indeed the token mentioned in the legends, there should be... Let me give it a try. Oh, Nestia. Lady Trianne,
Little Gray, Little Cass, Mummy, he's about to...
The voice seems to be coming from the Star Chase atrium.
Little Gray, little cat. Mammy, ma'am. I'm fine. Ma'am. Mammy, ma'am, ma'am, ma'am. Ma'am, 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 ma'am. Ma'am.
Lady Trianne, what?
Trianne and Memmy were looking around to see if there were any mechanisms nearby. But just as they went to take a closer look at that big piece of amber, they were surrounded.
I see. Let's get a move on. The orbs belonging to Ornyx's priests should be nearby.
Memmy, ma'am. Memmy. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Bloop, 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 bloop. It's connected! Let's hurry! Memmy is already bouncing around due to the heat!
Is that all?
Oh no. I'm starting to smell something delicious.
Honored to meet me.
You know nothing of the weight. They survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Free will, or was it fate?
You know who I am. The big diamond!
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Mem, easy. Mem, it's all right. Tran.
I'm glad that everyone is all right.
A remnant of Nestia's corpse. To get to the throne at the treetop, gather the embers before.
Whoa.
You finally appeared.
Yes, it seems like I'll
Lady Trian,
Huh.
All right.
another trial.
Mem. But we have to go to the treetop to find Nax.
I've got a hunch. Come, let's collect the... According to Calypso... How incredible.
Mem.
It's in that case.
It'll be fine.
It's a success! Path has appeared.
I'll be back shortly. Of course, our promise still stands, but now... If the West Wind, farewell.
Lady Calypso.
Thank you so much.
Well, in that case, you're... actually certain...
Mem.
Oh, my. I was wondering.
The riddle-like trials. The head of the Litophagus is actually called Medea, and not Calypso.
Since you knew from the...
Because I did not believe that Circes would walk this world in a human form. I was also afraid that the Titan also... to make it...
Excellent.
Well...
Oh, the reason I needed your help. And just like how you were wary of me, I had to ensure that you were not villains who were trying to get their hands on the core.
Is this threat related to the Black...
Indeed, as I could not do anything about him, I split my body up and escaped to avoid harm. I bided my time for a chance to...
What you mean?
Indeed. As for the last one, it's currently in Anaxa's body, which is in dire need.
What? Do you mean that you're...
Especially that his way, of course. This
Mem.
will also...
But... Circes, aren't you...
I just need you to buy me some time against the warriors. Excellent. Turn the golden bough of vows into firewood. I'll leave it to you, children of humanity. May you be blessed with good fortune.
It seems like... a fierce battle will be inevitable.
Don't worry, Trian will protect everyone!
Ahead lies the luminary, and also...
Memmy, what's... Memmy.
Is this Professor Anaxa?
My eyes. No matter. All I have to do
Cersei's was right. He's indeed here.
Who is this black-robed guy? Mem.
Everyone, brace yourself. This must be the hunter reborn from the black tide that Cersei's was talking about. The black sword and cloak. The owner of the piece of cloth. The north wind that sent over the deathly fog of Thanatos.
You're not demigod. Stand down or die.
Mem! Run! Mem!
That's right. Let's do our best to buy time.
Trian will also protect everyone!
Miss, only this time, may death protect us. Be careful.
One slash. Two slashes. Three slashes are enough.
Are you?
I won't go easy on you.
Did you come here of your own?
What are you looking at? Maybe you can keep it down?
Another journey begins. From the still waters of oblivion, I guide the wandering souls.
So powerful. Cersei's was right.
Stand down. You know nothing of the weight behind. Witness the stars shatter before you. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
I weep for the departed. Dust rain, the too shall fall. Existence as fleeting as the dawn's dew, destined for oblivion.
Return to the great dream.
Do you know who I am? Ever see a diamond this big? All yours!
Offer your souls.
Not good.
Ashes.
In that case.
Can't be killed in a single blow. You are indeed no ordinary human. Since the ambush failed, it'll be difficult to find another opportunity.
Another journey begins.
What a pity.
Professor Anaxa? No. Xerxes.
I weep for the departed. Dust springs, the two shall fall.
Time to twirl!
Torment.
Leave the rest to me. Hold your body in mind.
Did you come here of your own volition?
Witness the stars
Or was
shattered
it-
before you. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
System as fleeting as the dawn's dew, destined for oblivion. Again.
It's gone.
I'm truly
Exhausted.
No! Look out, everyone!
This is bad.
Century Gate,
Phew. That was a close call. Thank goodness that we returned to Akama unharmed.
Sorry. I know you.
Please don't blame yourself, Lady Trianne.
I feel awful.
Lady Trianne, you haven't been well since you woke up. Are you...
All this noise and commotion.
Are you...
There's no need for doubt. The Titan no longer speaks. It is I, an exaggerate.
Indeed. You are the only one who would refer to yourself like that. Professor, let me be frank. The mission Lady Aglaya entrusted us is to search for survivors, uncover the truth about the disaster at the Grove, and...
That does not surprise me. And now, I'm a survivor who Are you going to bring me to Aglaya?
that is indeed my duty.
Fine. There's no need to, but I have some things to take care of first. The families of some of my fellow Grove scholars live in the Holy City. Before we meet Aglaya.
Because Lady Aglaya will probably be against...
Let my fellows at the Grove...
You intend to do it without her knowledge.
Do you really think that woman would treat me well, even if I behaved and proved my... Are you going to stop me, Cast?
I will accompany you.
Let's go. I will...
So, after all these years, you and Lady Aglaya are still...
Neither of us is narrow-minded. You should know the root cause of our conflict.
Hello. And
Hello. If I'm not...
yes. Oh, are you a messenger? No wonder.
Ma'am. Kalinicus...
So,
Huh?
Yes. He managed to protect Cersei's core fleet.
I see. I come from Kremnos. Death and sacrifice are things I've learned to face with composure. You know, Kalinicus.
I'm really...
There's nothing to be sorry for. I was once a warrior. And I'll find my way back to the battlefield someday. With the coming coronation of the new king of Kremnos, I'll take up my lance against the creatures of the Black Tide and seek vengeance for my husband.
Oh, hello, young ones. Is there anything?
Are you the father of Kenani and Artakama?
Ah, yes. Did my daughters cause trouble? It's, alas, forgive this old brain of mine. Both of my daughters graduated long ago, and they are now scholars at the Grove. As I get older, memories from years past tend to... What's the matter, young one? Why so quiet? If they refuse to apologize, just let me know.
What should we do?
Mr. Fabio. The Black...
What?
They fought until their last breath against the Black Tide. As the Chrysos heir stationed at the Grove, I failed to protect them.
Don't put it that way. Even if my Artakama wasn't one of the Chrysos heirs mentioned in the prophecy, she was still a heroine.
What's that?
What's wrong? I'm busy. There's a lot going on in the city, and I've got my...
Mister, we're sorry to bother you.
Wait, Lady Castors. Did Lady Aglaia...
Keep your cool, Titus. I'm Anaxagoras from the Grove of Epiphany, and a colleague of your father. A few days ago.
Wait, what? That's no shocker. At his age, he was due for the river of... Just up and left me behind. I've been telling him for ages to stay in the Holy City and enjoy his retirement. But no, he just had to go off to that grove and mess around. Still wouldn't budge after all those arguments. That stubborn old... I already got him a retirement home and was waiting for him to come around. All my effort is wasted now, and that bull-headed old man...
That is it. That's all.
Good work, miss.
Let's go.
All right.
He's careful, not the spirit thief.
This is the sacred beast of forgiveness.
Let's go back for another soak.
I'm even taller than Kefali now.
Miss Castors, my lady, you're back.
Hello. We have an important matter to discuss with Lady Aglaia.
My apologies, Miss Castors. Lady Aglaia has just informed me that she has no time to receive anyone at the moment.
That's just great. Answer me this, friend. Did Aglaia order you to take me directly to
Please don't jest. It's possible that she really is busy.
It's fortunate we don't have to confront that Titan made him
Please be careful. Akuma isn't the Grove.
is covered by her gold. Don't worry. As I said before, I'll
Miss, so many unexpected things happened on our journey to the Grove. We truly had no intention of putting... The Black Tide is not just an enemy of Akuma, but all of Amphorius. Even back when the forces of strife coveted the Holy City, their warriors still undeniably halted the Black Tide outside Castrum. Negador's core flame now sits vacant, and the Black Tide has returned. The Grove is an academic city with the best understanding of the Black Tide. It shouldn't have fallen so easily, and yet it was taken overnight, leaving the city in blood and tears, haunted by the spirits of departed heroes. The trial of strife is imminent. I pray Mighty will be able to steel his resolve soon. Lady Trebe once traveled across thousands of cities in Amphorius to repel the Black Tide. But even they have no recollection of this powerful enemy in all their journeys. Perhaps the fall of strife has triggered even more terrifying events in unseen places. As for me, I detected a strong stench of death from that entity. But it wasn't because it had a connection with Thanatos. I'm afraid it's purely because it has sent countless others to their deaths. Speaking of Thanatos, Miss, there is something else I wish to verify with you. You must have an idea of the curse I bear by now. I was born as the shadow of death, a poison shunned by all living beings. Yet when you caught me in the grove, I'm curious why you weren't affected by my power. My apologies for Miss.
Have you heard? Seems like all the rooms are...
I'd love to go in and take a look.
Trian?
What's wrong? Is there trouble at the Grove?
Yes, I sensed something. It was fleeting, but very strong. Trian used the Century Gate again.
Can you see what's actually happening?
No, it's fuzzy like always. But the enemy's aura has disappeared. Maybe...
Let's hope that it's just a false alarm. We should place our trust in her and they will keep Trian safe.
Peggy, you're talking like we're little kids. One day, Trian will reach her limit, and Trebi will take on the role of gatekeeper from her. We are all aware of that. I am just a little concerned about her state of mind. Trian was already unable to speak, even in short sentences when they left. We want to say a proper goodbye at the very least.
I will pray with you.
Thanks. It feels like neither of us have left for a long... It's time to head out with the West Wind!
All right.
Trebi promises you... numbers! Here's really hot and heavy. Has it always been like this? Is someone injured? What?
Watch out! For the Kremnoan. This is... their do...
Peggy, now's not the time to dwell on that. Let's...
Excuse me! Oh, you two are here as well.
Even the Twilight Courtyard is involved? What in the world happened here?
I actually just came to relax. But as soon as I got here, I saw all these... I've examined them, and they don't seem to be seriously ill. It feels like... they've...
Multiple individuals fainting simultaneously from the hot pool steam? Where is the manager of the bar?
He disappeared, and no one knows where he's gone to. Some people have been saying that the Kremnoans are behind this.
Let these people rest. The two of you, please come with me.
Have you thought of something
Yes. While their intentions elude me, it's time to bring this farce to a close.
What's going on?
This is really bad.
Snowy!
The culprit is Mightimos.
Dee, what did you do that?
It's just another duel where I...
Duel?
As I expected. On the surface, these two are the mightiest warriors in the Holy City, but they're still impulsive youths. Speak up, Mighty. Tell us exactly what kind of foolishness you and Finan indulged in.
No. Am I seeing things? Is the magnificent deliverer finally deigning to step outside? What kind?
Nothing. I was just imitating your usual response. I don't feel anything special from you. Have you passed the demigod trial?
The ritual hasn't reopened yet. In case you forgot, it hasn't been that long since I pulled you out of...
I didn't forget.
Then,
In Twilight's last dreaming of her fruitful garden. Yet little do they know that they will step into flames, fuel to the fire.
What are you playing at this time?
I just felt like reciting a few lines of poetry. Surely the crown prince of
Kremnoans steer clear of such weak literature. But my library doesn't lack collections of this.
These lines express the poet's yearning for their home. Just as Akamai's distant...
I know how to interpret poetry, Haikis. Don't compare your situation with mine. My people are still relying on me. I can't ascend to godhood on my own without first resolving their...
So, are you suggesting that you, the mighty Mightimos, and the heir to the throne of Kremnos, wish to defy tradition that has endured among your people for
Still thinking about what I should do.
Never mind. An idea does strike me, though.
Go ahead.
Maybe we both need to relieve some stress. Come, Mightimos, this time, we'll see who can stay in the super hot bath for long. What? Are you chicken?
The phrase chickening out does not exist in the... Looks like I'll have to teach you some royal etiquette today.
And thus, an unprecedented sauna battle comes with unparalleled resolve. The two warriors' determination even alters the very hue of the steam. Flames intertwine with scalding vapor, reaching toward the heavens, shrouding the sky and the sun. The spectacle is so magnificent that none dare gaze upon it direct. Since we can't see what's happening in the competition, why don't I regale you with a tale of kings to pass the time? Do you recall the legend of the Gorgo lion mentioned by a certain veteran? The central figure, the main character, was not the sole sovereign of that land. An Oryx stood as its formidable rival long before the dawn of Era Chrysia. The two beasts started their timeless battle on the plains of Tritos. The lion regarded the oryx as its food, while the oryx perceived the lion as a scornful, oppressive, and challenging barrier that it swore to topple with its antler. For tens of thousands of years, without respite, the two creatures thus continued their relentless pursuit and rival. It fixated on its rival's fleeing form in the chase. It set its sights on the other's neck. Nearly. It was stuck in a corner. It had nowhere to escape. On the land of Amphorius, some lives meet their end at dusk, some at dawn, and yet others are fated to perish under the blistering sun. And at last, the most scorching moment of the day descended upon them. The formidable hand of fate heeded their call and...
My lords, would you like me to reduce the temperature a little?
What? You're chicken.
Get lost.
Are you asking me to get lost, or...
Whatever.
Oh, please, forgive my presumptuousness, my lord.
What a spectacle of folly.
This is what you get for daring to challenge a Kremnoan without understanding your own place.
What I'm saying is, your little game dragged down quite a few innocent souls alongside...
We will personally escort back home the customers left awestruck by our formidable presence.
You are wearing way less.
Is this the latest trend now? Getting into the baths while dressed in full armor?
Don't look at me like that.
Very well. Let us bring this farce to a close, shall we? Boy.
Alas,
The flame chase journey is destined to be a lengthy one, replete with obstacles.
But thanks to those two, all the gloom has vanished into... Oh, we just had quite the commotion. It's not every day we find the Marmorial Palace this serene. Shall we continue with our previous plans? Hyacinth, would...
Such an empty bath is indeed a... I was looking forward to unwinding after work. I'd be delighted to accept your invitation, Lady Treaty.
How about we go to the biggest bath?
Let me check.
So, how is the feeling of having the entire bath?
It's so good.
But, Lady Treeby, aren't you going to soak in the bath with us?
We will have to pass. After all, we've become children.
Please understand that she can no longer endure the heat of this pool due to the blessings of Yanis.
Oh.
Are you curious about us, Hyacinth?
I am, but something tells me that it might be better to change.
Don't get all nervous. It's not something we can't defend because of reasons. We inherited Yanis's divinity and gained the power of passage. And in return, the price we had to pay was the splitting of our soul.
Each opening of the Century Gate intensifies the strain on Treeby and the others. They are gradually regressing towards infancy, both in body and mind.
We don't know what awaits us at the end either. But anyway, that's why we've turned into children.
In that case, when you opened that giant Sentry Gate above Akama during the battle against Nika...
Well, there's no way around it. We all know that the flame chase journey won't be a smooth ride.
Maybe we can find a way to fix it. The primary research focus of Noosporists is the soul. We will do everything we can.
So your first reaction is in fact denial. You're indeed an Access student. I look forward to your good news, Hyacinth.
Now there's another reason to look forward to tomorrow.
Lady Treat,
something's off. Wait, no. It's not Trian, it's Trinan. Trinan is in danger.
I win this round of escorting. Compliment or two wouldn't be the end of you, you know. What is that word? Is that...
It means hyena. I'm likening you to a weak hyena.
Though we've been acquainted for some time, I have rarely heard you talk in the ancient tongue of Kremno.
It's because I'm not exactly a master at it either. I can listen and read just fine, but when it comes to writing...
You can write?
You speak as if you don't have a brain.
That was in jest.
Worry about yourself first.
Well, it's because there isn't much to say. Hades Elysiae is simply a tiny village that disappeared many years ago in the flame. The only times I get to see it are in my dreams.
And in?
And in the trial from the Lance of Fury.
I knew it.
Yes, I saw it all. Hades Elysiae ablaze with everyone. My family, friends, and my kin. Lying in a sea of flames. A blood-red half-sun hung in the sky. Just like on that day. Killed Cyrene. But I saw its form this time. A black cloak, an eerie mask, and a broken giant sword that carried an ominous aura. I fought it in the trial. But even though I've been fighting, imprisoned improving and resolutely getting stronger all this time.
You were blinded by hatred and almost lost yourself in that trial.
That's right. And that's why I am truly...
You finally picked up some manners. Better late.
Then what about you, Mighty?
There is no word for fear in the Kremnoan language.
I'm getting the feeling that your language has no words at all.
But to answer your question, I saw Akuma in the trial. As well as... my old comrades, Hephaestion, Perdiccas, Ionius, Ptolemy, and Possesta. Ever since I returned from the Sea of Souls, these 5 have been by my side. We faced life and death together during our days in exile. Those 10 years were arduous, yet filled with moments worth treasuring. Each night, we would gather by the campfire, savoring honey brews and singing our hearts out. The wind in the wilds of Amphorius smelled like rust. Hephaestion would always tease me about adding goat milk to the honey brew, claiming I ruined the blood-red color of the drink. He had a scrawny figure, but was a relentless force on the battlefield, dispatching foes without so much as a blink. Perdiccas was an expert in concocting medicines, delving into all those strange folk remedies. Ionius was a swift runner and our most reliable messenger. Ptolemy was a real bookworm, always spouting off in chapters and verses. When we left Kremnos, he made off with a stack of ancient tomes from the Grand Library. Not like it mattered, as my family owns the library. And then there was Possesta. He was the silent type, but a truly masterful musician.
This is the first time I've heard you mention these 5. And their name.
They died on the battlefield before the Kremnoan detachment managed to join Akuma. Perdiccas was the first to go. He was shot in the stomach by a poisonous arrow from the people of Ladon in the 2nd month of cultivation. In the end, his remedies mended all but himself.
Midamos, do not mourn. I have achieved honor by bestowing a noble death upon the enemy.
Leonius died in the 5th winter. Idonia's snowstorm lasted 3 full months. On the night of the fiercest storm, our foes launched their assault.
Idonia? Is that the city Castorus used to live in?
Yes. Those zealots were as fearless as Kremnoans in the face of death. But they lacked respect for... They cornered us in the bottomless swamp. Leonius covered for our retreat, and they cut his legs off. He vanished into the mire of a foreign land, his body never to be recovered.
This is perfect. Mighty Most, I can finally deliver the news of you ascending the throne to the Nether Realm.
20 dusks later, we finally breached the walls of Idonia and entertained the usurper's plea for peace. However, the rebels refused to surrender and set up an ambush within the city. Ptolemy and his cavalry met their end before they could even relish our triumph. Those obelisks that collapsed after being set on fire became their final resting place.
My Deimos, please tell my family. It was not cunning schemes that vanquished Ptolemy, but the immense weight of Amphorius' entire history.
Then, it was Possesta. He lured the enemies into the city of Aenionis with his melodies, buying us invaluable time. Our enemies, consumed by indignation when they discovered the trick, set the entire city and my soldiers on fire. His final words were recorded on a small clay tablet, fractured by the flames.
My Deimos, don the crown.
And at last, my most trusted friend, Hephaestion. He was supposed to stand by my side through it all. But a sudden relapse of his illness hit him on the eve of my duel against my father. He hid his condition from me. By the time I returned victorious, he had but a breath left in him.
A Kremnoan dying on a sick bed. I would be a laughingstock to everyone.
Hephaestion, my dear friend.
No need. Even if Perdiccas were here, he couldn't stop destiny from taking me away. My Deimos, our king, do not shed tears for me. It's not befitting of your status. Farewell, my dear friend. You must lead us back home.
What a grave trial indeed. Now I understand why you see immortality as a defect, or even a curse.
My father threw me into the Sea of Souls to break the wheel of karma. But little did he realize it would grant me an immortal body and summon a fated revenge on his head. Following his demise, I considered leading my people back to our homeland. Kremnos had already turned it into a wasteland. Only darkness and insanity thrived there. Against the dissent of many, Krateros included, I made the Kremnoan detachment stay in Akama. The instant of strife shall inevitably arrive.
If you take over Nikador, then you must begin the journey back to your homeland. So you hesitate because you think leaving your people in the Holy City is a better choice?
I don't know, but I have never been crowned. And those 5 were never endowed with any titles. None is aware of their glory.
Your predicament is truly complicated. I don't know how I can give you any useful advice. Maybe you could seek counsel from that teacher of yours,
Dee, we've got a big problem.
Lady Treby, what's making you so flustered?
Hurry up and go save Trina. She got abducted by Krateros.
Krateros! What's going on?
It seems I was the one who exposed my vulnerabilities first.
Aglaya, I demand an explanation.
This man abducted Trinan by force and forced her to bring him to the vortex of Genesis. He then brazenly stepped into the trial of the Lance of Fury, and naturally failed.
Is she telling the truth? Why did you do?
Because I don't want to wait anymore. Your hesitation made me desperate. If you want to run away from your destiny to become king, then keep running. Someone will eventually stand up and fill in the gap left by strife. Then they will lead our people.
Age has blinded you. Can't you see that I'm hesitating because of this very recklessness seared into your blood?
Krateros, do you truly believe you're worthy of entering the trial? To blaspheme against the prophecy? Does the mission we Chrysos heirs bear seem like child's play to you?
Do you know how the Kremnoans see you, Aglaya? You're a hypocrite and a megalomaniac. The prophecy of Genesis and the flame-chased journey are just excuses for you to seize power.
Silence, Krateros. Do you even know what you're saying?
Are you defending this woman, Mighty Mos? How many wars did people start because of her and her so-called prophecy? How many cities fell? Even if this so-called Genesis really exists, will there be a place for the Kremnoans and...
Are you done talking? By agreement between the Chrysos heirs and the Council of Elders, those who trespass upon the vortex of Genesis need not be tried by the Council. I am allowed to pass Crateros. Your actions are unforgivable.
Aggie, wait! We have a proposal! Someone has to resolve this. Lord Crateros did not use violence to harm us. We can sense that his anxiety stems from his concern. Please, Aglaya.
I'm listening.
I'm sorry, Lord Crateros. We were so preoccupied with deciphering the fragments of prophecy that we wish to earn your trust, and...
How are you going to show me?
You've heard about that Outlander, right? She has somehow made a connection with Orynyx and can completely replicate scenes from the past. We will ask for her aid. Tomorrow, at the Abyss of Fate in the Temple of Yanisopolis, we will show you everything.
A fair proposal.
Until then, you will be stripped of your freedom. That is...
It is not the first time I've been made someone else's teacher. Forgive me, young man. Ever since your father died, our people...
This obsession for returning home has become a sickness for our people. Wise as you are, I refuse to believe that you can't see that.
You have a clear head, which is why you're also incomparably alone. A smart person can only choose to tangle himself with the mundane of this world. If you're truly capable of leading our people beyond this blood-stained fate, then prove it to me once more, Mighty Mos. Just as you did back then.
A fierce fighter. I did not expect such heroism from a feeble Acheman. Fulfill your duty as the victor, warrior, and tell me your name. I seek an honorable death from you.
As if you have any honor! Listen closely. I am the leader of the Kremnoan detachment, Mighty Mos. I'm here to finish you, Father.
It is you, the beast spurned by all. So you did defy death. The prophecy was true. You will bring an end to my Kremnoan dynasty.
Defy? You're wrong. Death fears me. It's the reason I have this body of steel. As for you, you already stand at death's door, Father. You were the one who threw me into the Sea of Souls. The one who tried in vain to enslave a Titan. And the one who desecrated the body of a god. Hyrule, you're a weak king. So weak that even the lowliest hyena is a more noble existence than you. And now, fate's reckoning is upon you.
Then swing your blade. Take my crown, coronate yourself with an old king's blood, and inherit it all. Become the new rightful king of
No. I don't want the crown. Listen. If there's only one end for the kings of Kremnos, then the crown means nothing to me. All I want is your life. To avenge Mother and my comrades.
But the walls of Kremnos will not fall with me. Do you truly think you can escape fate's grasp, my son? You and I, we're both the same. We feast feast on strife and fear. Now, the son of Gorgo is destined to be crowned.
He said the Grand Craftsman Cartonus might have some suggestions. Grand Craftsman, how have you been?
King of Kremnos it is. That you would come, I knew.
You knew I was coming?
Your matters, I've heard. The path forward you seek. Many questions you have. But before that...
What's this?
A signet ring. For the King of Kremnos. Belonged to your mother. Recast and restore it.
What? Mother threw it into the Sea of Souls.
A long time to fish out it took.
I can hardly imagine how much
gratitude there is no need for. Read questions you bring with you. Ask now.
Fate I've always denied. By all rights, I should accept Strife's authority.
Yet hesitate still you do. Hesitate, why do you, young king?
Because of my people, be they men, women, the elderly or children. The hearts of all Kremnoans yearn for hope. They've all been waiting for this day. For the day their king returns. Children of Strife would then be able to go home and embrace the old traditions. Never mind that most of them have only ever been heard in these so-called traditions in song. They would then gather around their king and throw themselves into battle.
This is not a good thing, you believe.
The Kremnoans have been trapped in a cycle of bloodshed for the past 1,000 years. They seek vengeance, start wars, become prosperous, and decline. How much innocent blood flowed into the River of Souls in all those years? How many needless sacrifices could we have avoided? If I accept that fate and become the totem of strife, and lead my people into repeating the same mistakes, then of course I would be terrified. I'd be terrified of becoming king.
A different kind of Kremnoan you truly are.
Mama, I had a dream last night.
Oh. Now what did you dream about, my darling Trebios?
I had a dream that I turned into many me's. Then we made the moon into a ship and made the stars into our sails. Then we floated on the ocean and let the wind blow us in any direction it wanted.
Well, that sounds like a lovely dream.
Yeah! The ocean and the sky were really, really dark. But there were so many of me that I wasn't scared at all because we'd all sing together. The ocean wind blew us onto an island where the wind tasted like flowers. There were bleating sheep and chirping birds inviting us to be their guests. There were so many animals on the island, but none of them ever fought.
Giannis's holy maidens can receive guidance from the god of passages. Perhaps what you saw in your dream is a divine land somewhere in Amphorius.
You think so?
What's wrong, Trebios? You look unhappy.
Because on that same island, I saw a dark mountain on the other side of the ocean. And it was very, very tall. The mountain looked alive, and it kept getting closer to the island. Then I realized it wasn't a mountain, but a very, very tall wave made of water. When the wave smashed against the island, it looked like it was going to eat the island up. The small animals tried to chase it away, but then there was a bang and I woke up. Mama, does something that scary exist in real life?
Yes. Unfortunately, it does exist in Amphorius, but it's very far away from our temple. We call it the Black Tide, though it has nothing to do with water. It has no shape or form, but it can swallow up animals, humans, and even titans, turning them all into monsters.
Oh, the Black Tide is a baddie. I don't want everyone to turn into its food. Can't we chase it away?
Of course, my dear. You only need to behave well and listen to what the adults tell you. Study all the knowledge and etiquette you need, then grow up and become a proper holy maiden. The divine Janus will then give you guidance and help you light the way for the people.
Wow, I'm gonna eat a lot and study a lot and become a holy maiden. But Mama, you said the Black Tide can swallow up titans too. What do we do if even Janus is eaten?
If that happens, then the Holy Maiden will have to be the one to guide people on the right path. After all, we are the human avatars of the God of Passages, yeah?
Yeah!
But one person alone is not enough. Once you're older, you'll make a lot of friends. You must do your best to unite them, because that's also our duty as priests.
Friends? Are they also like me and Mama with pretty red hair?
They might not, but they'll certainly be just as smart and kind as you.
Mama? Am I dreaming?
Don't be silly, dear. Of course you're not dreaming. I've always been by your side.
What?
Now be a good girl and call your friends over too. Let's play hide and seek, just like we used to, okay? My Trebios is the smartest girl. I'm sure you remember where everyone is hiding.
The voice sounds so far away. I don't remember.
Your friends, who will chase the Black Tide away along...
Is this from my childhood? I don't remember. Use the spindle to connect everyone.
There will be an amazing captain on...
Wow, that's amazing!
Of course you can. But you'll find someone else who's better for the job, I think that person lives in a beautiful temple that sits... There's a noble girl there who's very smart, but also very delicate.
Just like Mama?
Perhaps. But before we find the captain, the ship also needs someone who can navigate it.
I know! She's Treeby! I named this doll after myself? I don't remember it all. Is this a dream? Or something that happened in the past? Bad chest! You can't lock me away! Huh? Why is this doll in... It's holding so...
Many years later, many brave warriors will board this ship. They're skilled combatants who fear no danger.
Ooh, I can learn how to fight too and protect everybody!
Silly Easy, girl. You're Yanisopoulos' holy maiden. It's not your duty to fight. There will be many others to protect you.
All right. Then where will they come from?
I believe one warrior hails from a lovely village where bulrushes flourish, while another comes from a magnificent royal city. Though each has their own troubles, both are ready to lend their strength for the ship's long voyage.
In that case, let Trian fight this way. They'll always stay on course. How could I have known the name Trian back then? Was it just a coincidence? Learning can change your destiny.
When navigating at sea, you need to know both astronomy and geography.
Isn't Yanis's knowledge enough?
Oh, sweetie. The ocean isn't like the land. It's easy to get lost. That's why it's important to learn to recognize the miracle of Aquila.
All right. Even though my brain is already super duper smart, I'll still try my very best.
Circe also favors children who try their best. They will send a wise scholar as everyone's teacher to help you reach your dreams.
I want to be a teacher too. Oh, wait. I'm super duper smart. So I want to be the teacher's teacher.
Why not? But if you're going to be a teacher, you might need to tone down that hyper energy of yours.
Then Trinan can do it. She's well behaved and would make a great teacher. Mama and the others always said that I had a great memory. But now, I can't even tell if this is a memory or a dream.
Come, let's line them up.
It's packed full. Mama must have left all of these for me. All the words are blurred out. Could it be that my memory is fading?
Now, Trebios, set them on this music box and let them compose a melody for our song.
Music box?
Sweetheart, are you still groggy from your nap? You invented it.
I invent?
Oh, my lovely Trebi. You're usually so bright. What's got... Well, you might as well see for yourself. Put your good friends on it and see the wonders it can do.
Put the dolls on. It's rotating.
That's right. It's a music box. If you place the dolls in the right spots, it will start rotating and play beautiful music. Out of all your inventions, this one is my favorite.
I don't remember.
It's all right, my child. I'll sing along to the tune, and it will help jog your memory. Happiness abounded in this lush land by God's chosen. Giants raised their glasses in a toast, beheld by the 12 constellations. 3 carved the heavens and the earth. 3 wove the threads of fate. 3 molded life with their hands. And 3 guided calamity's gate. They declared the world too unstirring, hence wished endless laughter upon the living. Thus you and I were created, with words and song to weave, and love and intimacy to give. Thus creation was complete. Who then will bear the weight of humanity's souls, to lighten the steps of the living as a whole? O great Kephili, all-knowing Father of stature so tall, yet low does their gaze willingly fall. With light of dawn heavy upon their shoulders, golden blood spills unto the land, converging into a boiling river that flows to the heroic heirs of this world. Oh, Yanis, please lend me your ears. In the black mist, as death and fate draw close. On the bloodied earth, the living and dead, but ghosts. What is this world? It mirrors your maze-like fate. What is this world? A silent lament without a trace. What is the past? Wandering ghosts that linger. What is the future? Souls scattered by fate's finger. What is the start? A voyage born in solitude. What is the end? The spirit, lonely and subdued. Lonely and subdued. And subdued. And subdued. 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 Hurry! Run! Traders, run! The black tide has arrived!
Where can I go? What's this? Why are there dolls everywhere?
This is the sacrifice of a holy maiden. You won't make it to the... Only one person can.
I know. It's fine if we can't reach the end. Our minds are made up.
Go. Bid your farewells, Trees. Time is running out.
Mama, are you going to leave me?
My sweet girl. Will never leave you. But remember this, Trebius. All shall bid farewell to one, and that person alone will witness the miracle. Since your mind is made up, then traverse the black tide and dispel the fog. I shall see you tomorrow, my...
Are we...
Did you have a nightmare?
Maybe. But it's been a long time since we had any dream.
It's not yet the entry hour. You still have plenty of time.
No.
It must be that reckless Kremnoan soldier who startled Trinan. And you as well. If you want, I can piss.
Aggie!
I'm just kidding. Do you want to talk about the dream?
We had a dream. The dream itself was nothing. It's just the timing that feels a bit unsettling.
You mean...
It's Trian. Even if we refrain from ever using the power of the Century Gate again, her soul continues to slowly drift away from her body. There isn't much time left.
Perhaps it wouldn't be such a bad idea to let her relinquish her role as the gatekeeper and live out her days as a carefree child.
You have a point, Aggie, but our decision has already been made on that matter.
I believe there's still
souls will be spent until they dissolve into dust. Such is our fate. Once we had a whole and connected body. If that body were a tree, and its trunk and branches would share the same fate, decaying at the same pace. Now, we are fragmented into numerous selves. Despite the absence of a trunk, we are offered another possibility. We can choose how our branches will perish in a way that is most beneficial to the flame chase journey.
Compared with saying farewell to one person, watching many fade away before me is even more sorrowful.
But advancing is the destined end of Yanis's trial. There's no retreat in our path. Don't feel sad about saying goodbye to us. We've already agreed on this.
It won't be long before I forget what sorrow tastes like.
So...
What? What?
After all this talking, do you remember when we first met, Aggie? You were still a little one, and we caught you secretly eating oatmeal late at night.
While my emotions might be fading, those memories are still as vivid as ever, teacher. Please, let me do it. What would you like to eat?
It's fine! Leave it... And... see you tomorrow. Nevertheless, that nightmare is ominous. Memories are slipping away. Even the image of Mama. Just as expected. Another trip must be made into the abyss of fate. Hopefully Orynyx will be willing to help us.
Long time no see, Professor Anaxa.
Who are you?
It's been a while. I'm the one who once overthrew the entire classroom in that spiritual physics lecture.
Oh, it's you.
No way. Do you really still remember that, Professor?
I remember that glib tongue of yours. What brings you here? Surely you're not here to reminisce.
You could tell.
Of course. You only beat around the bush when you have a hidden agenda.
That's not true. I'm here to seek enlightenment, as all. Could you please teach me everything you know about the black-robed swordmaster?
Rumors sure travel. Unfortunately, I too know nothing about it. I can only tell you that it is clad in a black robe and wields a greatsword. At least, it looks like a greatsword. It's shaped like a twisted half-sun, and a peculiar dagger resembling a crescent moon. By the way, take this with you. I got it from the sneak attack. It's you.
Oh, I was right. It is this thing. The one who torched Aedes Elysiae to the ground.
Don't try to be a hero. No one in Akama stands a chance against that thing right now.
Is that what the Titan said as well?
Not at first. But the god relented after having had a taste of its power. Even with the god possessing me, I couldn't fight against that. That incredible power doesn't seem to be granted by any Titan.
Are you suggesting that it originates from beyond Amphora?
It's possible.
Nonetheless, it's an enemy we must overcome.
We? Drop the pipe dream, Phynon. No one wants to see you fall by their blade.
His mere presence will endanger the holy city and the...
You know that I don't believe in...
You don't believe in the so-called prophecy, I know. However, I'm here to seek your assistance, not at the request. I just want to eliminate a threat to the city I pledged.
Take a seat. I suppose I can tell you one more thing.
What's wrong, Trian?
Nothing. Just remembering what happened to the monster in the black cloak. So scary. Everyone in danger.
Don't be scared. There are no bad guys here. Didn't you save everyone with...
Trian threw it away. Far, far away.
We got back safe from the grove because of you, Trian. You're the reason the flame chase journey can continue.
Sorry. Trian feels a bit dizzy.
What? We're the same thing, of course. Remember? Tomorrow we will reveal the prophecies passed to every... First, we need to restore the memories that have been blurred by the fragmentation. We hope to present the full truth to everyone without hiding anything. Since Yanis caused the fragmentation, we can only turn to another Titan, Orynyx, for help. Also, Remember to get breakfast ready for Aggie before the lucid hour tomorrow.
Oh, yes! Trian, remember.
Oh, on that note, we had better prepare some saffron before we meet with the Saffron? Ah, it's an essential. Yes, it's also a symbol of Yanissopolis. If we are to replicate memories, we need to use something that has experienced those days. And when we first met Aggie, we added that to the porridge we made for her. And she really...
I see! It's like killing 3 birds.
But it all depends on whether Orynyx is willing to help. After all, it was us who took the core flame from Yanis, from Orynyx's kin. We will have to give it a try. If there's truly no... In our current state, we probably can't do anything to them. We'll cross that bridge when we get...
Leave it to Trian. Trian knows how to play.
In any case, let's look for... I remember that aged saffron is preserved in sealed jars. Let's be on the lookout as we go.
Tribby promises you that.
It's a dead end ahead. Turn back, teacher.
What? Aggie? No, it's an illusion. Wow, this room is huge. Trinan, did you? Yeah, I saw it. Was that...
What are you two whispering about?
Trian can't even hear our own telecommunication.
Well, never mind.
Trian suddenly feels like this place is...
Oh, there's a whiff of safari in this room. It's right over there. Over here! Follow Trian! Trian, slow down!
Even if separation is our fate, a futile death.
Right here!
Sweet. Wait, this is a letter? It meant... Isn't that... Never mind that for now. What could it be? Is it possible that we were already noticed by... But why haven't they said a word? Orynyx has the whims of a child. Perhaps they're toying with us on...
Come on, this isn't the right time to be playing games.
Separation and death. Reconciliation doesn't come easily for mortals.
Tribby!
What?
Huh? There's... I swear! Trinan, Tribby, why aren't you saying...
We were just lost in our thought. What you saw was likely, Yanis' hair.
Okay.
Could Orynyx be trying to make us falter? Something feels off. Tribby, what do you mean? It might just be an illusion. Is Orynyx really putting...
Still no luck finding any safari.
I suppose we can do without it. Let's try to convince Orynyx.
At least they didn't toss us out straight away. Whoa, Tribby, Trinan, look at this! So cool!
It's really quiet in here. Do all Titans live in dark places like this? What's going on? Oryx...
Are you saying that the black-robed swordmaster is not just tied to the black tide, but is also hunting for core flames everywhere?
This is the most plausible possibility. First, it has a vessel that can hold core flames. Second, I'm one of its targets. Let's start with the first premise. Its peculiar ceremonial blade can interact with a core flame, as evidenced by the pull I felt when it stabbed into my chest. I hypothesize that the blade can sense, absorb, or even retain core flames. The second premise is even more explicit. When it was engaged in fierce battle with many of us and was heavily distracted, it remained consistently focused on me. Or rather, on the Titan Circes inside me.
So it's plundering the flames. But if your argument holds up, wouldn't he be headed to Akama soon? The vortex of Genesis is full of the Titan's core.
Not necessarily. Let's call that person the Flame Reaver for now. If my presumption holds, that person has three targets. The first target is me. The second target is Oryx, who hasn't yet fallen. And the third is Akama and the Vortex of Genesis, with a core flame. But I suspect Akama won't be their first target. Kefali's core flame is guarded by the Council of Elders' arcane power. And Fagusa's water curtain should be able to block out any external perceptions.
What about Thanatos and Aquila? Their core flames are yet to be restored?
The whereabouts of Thanatos remain a mystery to all. Can you fly?
No, I can't. Why are you asking that?
Can that Swordmaster fly?
Good point. But what if he does grow wings?
If they had wings, I wouldn't have made it out of the grove alive.
That's a relief. Anyway, since the Flame Reaver has two...
With the distances between Akama, the grove, and these potential...
Oryx! Are you in here? No response at all. Did they foresee that we were coming and hide in the fog? Or... Treeby, we should leave. This temple has other people in it. What? Oh. Listen, footsteps. Fast ones. 3 or 4 people coming this way. Come on, we need to hide. Treeby, Trainin, come check this out. What's this? Trian feels like... Little Gray? Wait.
We only saw the two of you collapsed on the side of the road when we arrived.
Danny and I I looked around, but we couldn't find any traces of Lady Trian.
What about the black-robed swordmaster?
Blast it! Of course it's him. We were still too late. I fear something bad has happened to Orynyx's...
Then Lady Trian...
She doesn't have much divine power left. We can...
That you're both safe is already a blessing. Everyone, we must take action now. The other group will come with me to... I didn't get to tell you this before, but Anaxa and I already have our misgivings about the Black Tide. So we've made preparation. I'll tell you the details as we move. Opportunities are fleeting on the battle.
Lord Finan!
Did Aglaya's people get here?
Yes. Lady Aglaya already knows about the situation and sent along a message. Finan, I understand that Swordmaster is of great importance to you. But if you...
I understand. I have indeed planned to return to the Holy City. And
Trinan will stay in the Abyss too. That way, both sides can communicate with each other.
Thank you, everyone. We're back, Aglaya.
You should have come to me first, Finan.
Aggie, there's no need to scold Snowy. Akama is currently in great...
I know. It's beyond my imagination that the only two titans humankind can still rely on fell in such quick succession. I've never seen the golden thread pulled this taut, as if it could snap at any... Finan, tell us your plan. Time is of the essence.
This being is not just hunting titans, but taking the core flame...
Yes. Just like the Flame Chase journey is doing. Professor Anaxa thinks the Flame Reaver's arrival is likely a sign the Black Tide has spread further.
Regardless of whether you're right, this being is still far more aggressive than we expected.
But its madness is also an opportunity for us. If its goal is the core flame, then that means us humans can lure it into... Anaxa had already left the Holy City with Circe's core flame while we were on our way to the Abyss. So he can make preparations for the battlefield.
Tell me, what makes you think this won't end with us
Because this time, the power from beyond the sky is also at our side. She is the key. We need your other...
Ma'am, do you mean...
I see. Finan, that battlefield, is it Castrum Cremno?
Yes. I'm sure everyone remembers the astonishing miracle our partner here performed with her companion during the battle with Nikador, and how they awakened Castrum Kremnos' past. That will be the key to our victory. We will use Orynyx's... Then, we'll seal the Flame Reaver in the maze of time.
Impressive. Orynyx has fallen, and Yanis's divine power already belongs to Akama. Once we take back the core flame, the Swordmaster will have no means of escape. It's very clever, using the element of surprise instead of brute strength. Can you do it, little one? Such enthusiasm. I'm glad to see you're confident. By the way, the Council of Elders declared a state of emergency when Treeby went missing. Kynus and her following have heard tell of the incident at the Grove and are galvanizing support in secret. I fear she'll make her move before the next assembly of the citizen.
What are they plotting?
That short-sighted politician likely believes the Chrysos, but that's a problem for another day. I've sent Castorus ahead to the council with a message. She should be able to keep the situation under control for the time, Finan. It is my hope that we can come to an understanding on this. We must take down the Flame Reaver in one go and retrieve the core flame. And in doing so, grant ourselves an advantage against the Council of Elders.
Of course. You may count on me to lead the charge.
I apologize for tasking you to spearhead the plan once again, but Akama is currently beset by enemies from within, and the situation brooks no delay, and we have precious little time to confer and discuss the plan with you. That being said, you are the key to our success, and I shall respect any decision you make. We are grateful to you for your aid, and to the rest of you as well. Now, let us be off to begin the hunt. May carefully sharpen our gaze and grant us victory over the enemy.
You mean Mighty? He's dealing with a... Don't worry. That man would never miss out on this fight.
Farewell, my dear friend. You must lead.
You and I, we are both the same. We feast on strife and fear.
If you're truly capable of leading our people beyond this blood-stained fate, then prove it to me once more, Mighty Most.
I knew you'd be here.
I heard you're about to set off on an expedition.
That's right. It's going to be a tough battle, and our destination is...
Is that why you're here? To pray to the dead Nikador?
No, just the opposite. I'm here. You can entrust the front lines to us this time. You can't afford to lose your upcoming battle either.
Have you heard the story of Geocles the Mountain Breaker?
Sounds like you've spoken with Cartonus. That's the name of the legendary mountain dweller, right?
Let's have a chat before we go our separate. Cartonus told me that back in ancient times, the mountain dwellers lived in seclusion. They spent their days quarrying and gathering, living a simple and peaceful life away from strife. But Geocles was different. He resisted their traditional way of life, yearning for the world beyond the mountain. They're safe, but humdrum culture was like fetters around him.
He sounds a lot like you.
Yes. That is why he, too, faced the same dilemma as I do. One day, during one of Geocles' many ventures beyond the mountain, he spied a battalion of Ladonians stationed at the foot of the mountain. The Ladonians were at war with their arch-enemies, the Companions, and they used the mountain as a base to carry out guerrilla warfare operations. When Geocles, who had taught himself the common tongue, approached a soldier, he learned a shocking piece of news. Ladonians were planning to plant mines and explosives all over the mountain, and then lure their enemies within. With danger lurking with every step, the mountain dwellers' homes were no longer safe. Geocles quickly returned to his village to bring the news to his people.
Let me guess. They refused change and chose to put up with the situation instead.
That's right. The mountain dwellers were fearful of even the smallest change to their lifestyle, let alone leaving their home. Despite the imminent war, the elders would rather negotiate for peace instead of leaving the mountains. This made Geocles both angry and sad, but he didn't give up. If you were in his shoes...
Lead my people on a resistance, perhaps. I'm not sure. I can't think of a solution that would make everyone happy.
A solution that would make everyone happy, huh? That's how naive we are. Well, he took the mountain dweller's store of gemstones, traded them with the Ladonians for a massive amount of gunpowder. But he didn't do this to fight the Companions. Under the cover of night, he set ablaze the forest surrounding the settlement, forcing his people to flee the mountain. That great fire marked the beginning of mountain dweller history. Since then, their people became part of civilization, and giants became a common sight in the holy city. Meanwhile, that mountain they once lived in has turned into little more than foam inside the black tide.
But leaving their homeland also brought many mountain dwellers misfortune. They
were hunted by Kremnoans or enslaved. Indeed, That is undeniably also part of it. That is Geocles for you. The merits of his actions, or lack thereof, have been scrutinized by many, but historians nevertheless hail him as the Mountain Breaker. It's simply because he took action and enacted change with his own hands. He didn't try to make everyone understand him, nor did he even waste time trying to make everyone happy. He started a great fire and burned the shackles of tradition to ashes, and then forced everyone to march toward the coming of a new era.
You've made up your mind, haven't you?
I'll be leaving Akama soon to fight the great darkness of this world, and to shoulder Nikador's destiny. So, listen well. If there comes a day when we meet again on the battlefield, and I stand opposed to the flames, remember to stab your sword into my back through my 10th thoracic vertebra. That's my weak spot, and the only way to kill me.
You have my word.
Go now. The battlefield calls. Send that flame-thieving hyena to their death. But if you find yourselves with no other recourse, pray to that blade in the sky. Loudly call out the name of the new god.
That's the sound of an all-out war. Not the kind of ruckus Professor Anaxa can raise on his own. Let's hurry. The battlefield is just ahead. No way. A Kremnoan? I didn't think she'd manage to send the Kremnoans to assist. Brave warrior.
Then Ackerman?
What? Didn't Aglaya tell you? We have been instructed to assist you in trapping the
Aglaya, that vile usurper. I spit on her name. Our king will be back soon. You'll be able to...
The Kremnoans really are just like their king. Rest in peace. Did they come to fight on their own accord? Or...
I can still... You must become king.
We're almost there.
I can't see.
Once we take back the core flame, Yanis's passage will open. When that happens, you must evacuate immediately. Rest? Well...
But remember what Mighty said before? Cast aside all distractions once you're on the battlefield. Let's go, partner.
Finally. Pent in the memories of the dead! Executioner!
Know how to keep a man waiting. Any later, and I fear the titan of sacrifice.
child of humanity. 'Tis more effort keeping you hale and whole against that blade than it is in seeking the truth of the world.
Existence is fleeting as the dawn's dew, destined for oblivion.
Time to twirl!
I weep for the departed. Dusk reigns, it too shall fall.
Time to twirl! You know who I am. Ever see a diamond this big? It's all yours! What are you looking at?
Calm your body and mind.
In the still waters of oblivion, I guide the wandering souls.
I'm fine. You know nothing of the weight being.
Witness the stars shatter before you.
Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Time to twirl!
Leave the rest to me.
Get ready, Croc. Can't hold out, but...
At long last.
How embarrassing. You didn't come down from the sky?
This city is mine anyway. So why shouldn't I go through the front door? The Black Tide. I, King of the Kremnoan Legion, be your opponent today.
Long time no see, Mikador.
Time to twirl!
Stand down.
Another journey begins. Existence as fleeting as the dawn's dew, destined for oblivion.
Time to twirl! You must be honored to meet me. Time to twirl! Do you know who I am? Ever see a diamond this big? It's all yours! Maybe you can keep it down? Time to twirl!
On the still waters of oblivion, I guide the wandering souls.
Such petty tricks.
I weep for the departed.
Heed my call! I am the Lance of Fury. The agony this world needs! Witness this. New God has come to Castrum Kremnos.
Look! The warriors have returned!
But are the rumors true? Has Orynyx fallen?
It's as the Council of Elders said.
They really gave the core flame of strife to a Kremnoan at the end.
What a noisy crowd.
It's probably because Orynyx is gone. Orynyx was a generous titan in the eyes of the people. They graced us with miracles, allowing humanity to reap many a convenience from the past.
What they don't know is that the Titan didn't do all of that. Regardless, the Titan has fallen, and we must surrender Orynyx's core flame.
A meeting with that woman again so soon? I just can't catch a break.
Professor Anaxa, why don't you find someplace to rest first? Matters that require Aglaya's attention are piling up. You two meeting again will, forgive my honesty, only distract her. Just try to stay on your best behavior.
That's not up to me. Don't worry, I don't want trouble.
They have differences in ideology. All right, I suppose that's putting it lightly. Don't worry, you'll figure out the intricacies of these relationships.
I'm sure you don't need my help handling Orynyx's core flame.
It somehow feels like D has closed himself off even more after he completed his—
Yeah, a lot has happened in the past few days. You've been lost in thought for a while now too, Treeby. Did Trinon bring news?
Yes. She was at the bottom of the valley outside the temple. But
I'm sorry.
it's alright. They also found someone else besides He was no better than a corpse when Trinon and Hyacinth arrived. He had suffered more cuts than could be counted and leaped off a cliff from a great height. all to free Trian's body from the clutches of the black-robed sword.
What a brave soul.
Yes, it's Krateros.
Stop! If you want this girl dead, you'll have to kill me first.
How ludicrous. Your body made of flesh and blood as it is.
Better to die in battle than return even in glory. As a Kremnoan, I know not.
She's lost her divinity. I have no interest in it, but answer me this, child of strife. Why do you raise your
As the leader of the God Shield Brigade's elite, I protected the king against the Black Tide with this very shield. And I've done this over a pathetic killer like you could never understand.
And crumble like rusted iron.
Good! Supreme glory shall be mine. Come! Let us fight! For Amphorius!
We foresaw this cruel parting 1,000 years ago. Today is but a reminder of that bitter taste.
But Lady Aglaya, I don't understand. It wasn't life itself that Lady Trian. Why does she look like she really turned into a doll?
Don't be sad, Hyacinth. Trian has used up her borrowed time from Yanis, that's all. Her spirit is now riding the west wind, flying ahead to a world free of sorrow.
If a world like that truly exists, does that mean everyone from the Grove is there too?
It exists, Hyacinth. Do you not remember? The prophecy that guides the Chrysos heirs is the voice of Kefili before it fell silent. It loves all of its creations dearly and would never bear to lead us astray with lie. What about the Kremnoan veteran? How is he doing?
The Twilight Courtyard has done all we can. Even so, we've only managed to keep him from breathing his last. I had to use the Sky Priest's techniques to help him to walk again. But if light ever disappears from Akama for good... No. Let's hope that never happens.
Parting hour is upon us, yet the golden thread runs slack. The heroes have returned with their spoils. Everyone, please take this opportunity to rest and prepare. You've returned unscathed and brought tidings of triumph. Truly a moment worthy of celebration.
It's incredible to think that we returned to Nikador's core flame not so long ago. It wouldn't be an exaggeration to say that you and your friend's arrival has melted the glaciers of history.
You could say this is the true face of history. It slumbered for 1,000 years, only to awaken for this one moment. Alas, now is not the time for a study of history. I do not see a Naxa around. Was this under your instructions, Fine?
Yes. It just seems much more efficient than letting you two go at it endlessly.
A rash decision. After all, he still bears a core flame with him. I do concur with your assessment of efficiency, though. Now, let us table the issue concerning him for the moment. The more urgent matter is the core flame of Orin. The Chrysos heirs had initially crafted a plan regarding the order to return the core flames. For titans like Orynyx and Circes, who harbor no intentions of harming humanity, our strategy entailed assuming their divinity only at the very end. But this unforeseen turn of events has thrown everything into disarray.
If we don't return the core flames to the vortex of Genesis, and we leave the Titan's divine positions vacant, we can't even begin to imagine the disaster that would follow. But the most pressing issue at hand is that we haven't found the Chrysos heir capable of bearing Orynyx's divinity.
Finan, Castris, Mighty, and Hyacinth. Treeby and I devoted a millennium scouring the world, only to find these few people. Only a chosen few possess the capacity to assume divinity. The elite among the Chrysos heirs. We would never hastily extend our invitation without first verifying their potential to bear such power. Yet we cannot compel anyone into divinity, as it would be no different from sentencing them to the gallows.
Truly a dilemma.
Yeah. How about letting her give it a try?
I see the Reaper has forsaken you too.
It simply put my life in the hands of the Twilight Courtyard. That priest girl's medical talents are truly exceptional. She might be far from the ordinary girl we envisioned, but this isn't about me, Mighty Mos. I saw it. You fought.
Power of strife is stirring a tempest within me as we speak. My bones have turned into steel, and my blood is seething in a blaze. Past rulers of Kremnos could only aspire to this might, yet I have merged with it. I've made history, and henceforth divinity and kingship shall coexist as one.
Indeed. You've realized the aspirations of every and now, you can at last bring our...
Unfortunately...
What?
Over 2 millennia past, devotees of Nikador's might banded together beneath their feet and erected a city of their own. Ever since then, Kremnoans have served as the blades wielded by the god of war. Yet, gazing upon our history through the lens of my newfound divinity, I now see it with unprecedented clarity. This history is sheer absurdity and inferiority. People surge onto the battlefield like ants, plundering and slaying for their own greed. The city and the beliefs that Kremnoans hold so dearly, alongside the supposed
Are you trying to strip Kremnoans of the pride?
That pride holds little significance, Krataros. Now that I've assumed the divinity, it will be to renounce the title of king.
No.
Convey my message to every Kremnoan.
Do not do this, Mighty Mos. I beg you.
Our history commenced in the year 2506 of the Light Calendar, concluded in the year 4931. I, Mighty Mos, last king of Castrum Kremnos. The Kremnoan dynasty comes to an official close today.
You have killed us. You have killed us all.
No. I am granting you...
What?
My mother's signet ring. It served as a symbol of kingship. And I now imbue it with a fresh significance. Take it. and rally those who have lost their identities. Convey the words of Midemos, now ascended to divinity. You no longer need to chase fleeting honors or face death on the battlefield as if it were your sole destination. However, you must adapt to fit into the city you once observed with indifferent eye. A cruel fate awaits Amphorius. No matter how illustrious a dynasty may seem, crumbles to rubble and gravel before formidable. Yet, you shall tread the only path out. One that leads to a brand new world.
Why task me with being your messenger? What?
Because only humans can guide the path to be trodden by humans. But humans who stand ready to raise their shields high to protect the lives behind them.
I failed to save that
That is irrelevant. As demigods, they have long been prepared for it. What truly matters is that you showed up there and shielded her.
The one who persuaded Aglaya to set me free that night. Was that you?
Yes.
She's not one to easily make a concession.
I staked my mother's name to guarantee the integrity of your soul to her. I promised her that I would dedicate all I have to the flame chase journey.
And what is next, Mighty Most? Where will you be headed now?
To the place where I belong. To fulfill the madness that has plagued Nikador and the darkness that has consumed Amphorius. It's now my turn to fight against. There are some people to meet with before I leave. Let's go.
I'm on it, well, Mr. Yang.
Take it, and buy some new armor for your tribe.
You're here, Midemos. It seems that you are prepared.
Yes.
You aided Akama through yet another trying ordeal. And my gratitude—
Isn't that exactly what you wanted?
Not everything unfolds according to my plan. In the current state of the world, I can only proceed one. You are ready to dedicate all that you have.
Throughout my time in the Holy City, I've gleaned valuable lessons from you. Strategy, leadership, and adaptability to change. Yet, it's only recently that I've come—
And what is it?
It's the magnetic allure in your presence. It draws people to gather around you willingly. Just they strive not to disappoint you, not due to fear of repercussions, but out of sincere allure. That is precisely what every ruler of
I am truly honored to— And now, Midemos, you have—
I shall see Nikador's aborted mission through to completion and become the strongest bulwark for Amphorius to defend against the Black. I will secure enough time for the flame chase journey until you manage to lead everyone to reach the miracle of Genesis.
Midemos, a new chapter awaits Amphorius. Yet, the one who guides the people to the destination need not be you and I.
Huh. What did you see after assuming Nestia's divinity?
Despite the passage of 1,000 years, every word of that prophecy remains as vivid as you shall have your final bath in warm and radiant gold.
Just as cryptic as all the other prophecies.
What's the reason for the laughter?
I was just thinking, if an ordinary person encountered these words, they would probably stay away from the baths for the rest of...
But I cannot forgo the delightful experience a bath offers. So, I assume you also glimpsed yours, madam?
One day, you shall die with a wound in your back.
Well, that is a rather straightforward...
If I were to be terrified by drivel with no basis, I would not have attracted your gaze and joined the flame chase journey in the first place.
You speak the truth. May you be destined for a powerful fate, and may we reunite in the promised new world. Farewell, mighty.
Is Lady Trebios not here?
Lord Mighty!
Hyacinth. So you are the physician Krateros spoke of. It's no wonder then that he was pulled back from the brink of death.
I can take that as a...
I've heard about what happened at the Grove.
I've heard far too much about death and grief recently. To quote Lady Treeby, we should all focus on tomorrow, shouldn't we?
That's a valid point. You've always been the most optimistic one among us.
Well, I must say, it feels quite incredible to see a new demigod standing right before me.
You should prepare yourself as well. Humanity has already taken hold of strife, and one day it will also reach the sky.
Do you really believe I can do it? Even my ancestor, that hero of legends, couldn't conquer the core flame of Aquila.
Given your good rapport with the demigods, you should know that the path to assuming divinity is never limited to swords and spears.
You've always been so perceptive, Lord Mighty. Rest assured, if fate has truly selected me, I'll be ready. Right. You are here looking for Lady Treeby and Lady Trina, no? They're not around at the moment. Is there a message you'd like?
No need. I've already bid farewell to Aglaya. Meeting with the Oracle is simply a matter of courtesy.
You've bid farewell?
I'm heading back to Castrum Kremnos to fight against the Black Tide. In all likelihood, I will never again return to Akuma.
Oh.
On second thought, there is something that
I'm all ears, Lord Mighty.
Tell them that there is no longer a need to send scouts behind enemy lines. With a single message, the Lance of Fury will target anyone who dares oppose Akuma. Outlanders. No. Trailblazers. If all goes according to plan, this may be our final meeting. I just want to let you know that I appreciate everything you have done for Amphorius. That means a lot to me. May success accompany your trailblazing wherever it leads. How about you let me... Are you thinking about... Now that I bear the divine with this departure, fear that I will never again return. Can I entrust you both to watch my back? And to continue supporting the Flame Chase journey in my absence? You have my gratitude. Yes? Well, but this one. I wish the same for you.
Lord Mighty.
I'll be embracing my destiny before you do.
Can you feel Thanatos, right?
I don't feel them at all. Greta, you have been painstakingly seeking that Titan for so long. Have you ever considered reaching out to me for help?
You mean?
Death refused to ferry me. If you were to send me to the Netherrealm, I may uncover clues along the way.
I would never do that, Lord Mighty.
You're right. That may very well be the reason why my people have struggled for millennia. They underestimated the significance of death.
So, are you returning home alone?
Returning home, you say? Maybe. At this moment, Castrum Kremnos is not just my birthplace, but also my fated destination. Work harder, Castorus. Go and do what you have to do, so that the trials we have endured may have meaning.
I will, Lord Mighty. May we reunite on the other side, where the warm west wind blows.
Kremnos isn't a prince anymore. He's now the guardian of...
What's going on?
We salute the guardian of Amphorius.
We salute you. Farewell.
It's been a while.
I should have known you were the mastermind behind.
Hey, don't go pointing fingers without cause. I swear, see those kids over there? They're the ones who brought everyone together.
I admit.
Were you seriously just going to sneak off without a word with me?
Well, I was actually on my way to bid farewell to you.
Oh, that's quite... We better not leave them waiting too long, don't you?
The road to Castrum Kremnos from here is long. Perhaps it wouldn't be a bad idea to take a moment and etch their faces in my memory. One last. I think I see more than just the Kremnoans here.
I'm thinking maybe it's about time the god of strife gets a new name.
Farewell!
How about the god of solidarity or preservation? Dong Hung mentioned that one. All right. It's about time for us to part ways. Any final goodbyes you want to share? This might be your last chance. Why?
Do you truly feel as carefree as you seem? Or is this just a facade you wear?
You know what? You sound just like Aglaia at this moment, but you're not off the mark. I just thought that putting on a nonchalant front for this occasion might help us preserve some dignity.
I can see through your deception, even without the power of mind reading.
Am I really that terrible at controlling my facial expressions? Well, with that said, thank you for aiding me in defeating my archenemy, Maidamo.
No need to... This triumph brings no delight, nor does it signify closure. You understand?
Indeed. In the end, I still haven't unraveled the mystery behind that black-robed swordmaster. Maybe I've never managed to cut off my destiny.
But that matters not. Pain may be cured, but scars remain. This should not be effaced. Even with the divine might of Ornyx, you cannot stop the past from leaving its marks in our blind spots. Can you genuinely let go of everything as soon as that swordmaster is dead? That's impossible. Revenge is merely an obligation that must be carried out, and no one can find mental fulfillment through it. Look forward. Chew up and swallow your past. And make sure emptiness and bitterness are not the only flavors you know. Remember that there is a whole world behind you waiting to be saved.
I will keep that in mind.
I have a final favor to ask. Please look after the Kremnoan warriors in my absence. They will undoubtedly face challenges while assimilating into Akama. It is my sole regret that I cannot stand by them during this time.
Do not worry. Leave it to me. And, while I'm at it, I'm going to find out if the Kremnoan language is really missing that many words.
The Kremnoan philosophy can never be encapsulated in a mere dictionary, but if there's a chance in the next life, you should come visit my library. I'll be on my way, Deliverer. Remember to stay alive till the final act.
Yes. Same goes for you. Don't die too easily. May triumph always be yours, Mighty Mouse.